we are about to do a quick love reading just to see what's the vibe, what's the energy for today. Hopefully, you guys can hear me loud and clear because I know sometimes my microphone turning off. Even though I would put it on a charger. I feel like he'd be dying still. But anywho, if you guys need to book me for a reading, my link tree is in my bio as well as in the description down below. I would never reach out to you for a reading, like ever, never ever. If anybody is reaching out to you for a reading, they're a scammer. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the collective today. Spirit, you guys, please take what resonates and leave what does not. Okay, it says self love. Very first card we have out here is self love, celibate, loving you, uh, feeling happy, releasing the past, and taking a break from love. You know, for some of you guys, you could be thinking about going through this, could have already, or could be even ready to come out of this period. So you guys will have to put yourself in your assigned seats. But I do see self love out here, which is always a great way to start off any type of love reading that we do. And then it says looking within. It says inner knowing, self awareness, and honesty. You know, some of you guys really had to be honest with yourself and take a look at your love life to see about the work that maybe you had to do. It's not always, other people aren't always the problem. Sometimes we do have to go within, we do have to heal ourselves, we do have to make sure that we are in tip top shape. So let's see. Someone could be going through a period of isolation right now. It says growing together. Very next card we have out here is growing together. It says shared journey, lessons learned, and soul bond. So let's see what's going on here. Hello. That came out pretty quick. Spiritual attacks. It says karmic triggers, spiritual awakening, shadow work, and divine protection. It's kind of giving God's rejection as your protection. If you have just recently decided, to take a step back from love and really do some tender love and care for self, pouring into your own personal cup. It could have like you following your intuition. Um, please like show yourself grace, thankful, because I feel like there is some like drama spewing and brewing that you would have otherwise been involved in if you didn't have this like self-control, if you didn't decide to like pull back your energy here with this spiritual attack. you know Growing together doesn't always look like staying with someone. It looks like having just because you have a contract with another person, place, or thing doesn't mean that you guys have to be with each other throughout that entire process. It's kind of giving like that caged bird, the caged bird saying, but I truly am picking up like there could be somebody else on the outside that could be sending these spiritual attacks, or it's like, ugh. Let's clarify the spiritual attacks, please. Where are these spiritual attacks coming from? Avoidance. It says ghosted and hiding, conflicted, and introspection and feeling guilty. So this could go multiple ways, honestly speaking. For those of you that had to deal with your karmic triggers, those of you that have already dealt with your karmic triggers, make sure that you're not going into isolation or going to hermit mode to just avoid, but that you are actually healing. But considering that self love was the very first card out here, hi guys, considering that self love was the very first card out here, I can clearly see that you guys have been loving on yourself. So if you're feeling any type of anxiety or worry or fear or anything like that, it might have to do with some type of spiritual warfare that could be getting sent your way, or spiritual attacks, maybe from people that you had to separate from, that you had to isolate from, that can't be your business, that don't know what you have going on, but maybe want to, or at least want to have some type of effect. And it's not even a positive effect. Like, ew. It's like people that go out of their way. You see the sun coming out? I don't know. You know, you separating yourself, loving yourself, dedicating time, effort, and energy into yourself is really shining the light on people's demons and the triggers or whatever it is that they're fighting, and how at some point, maybe, or in some way, you used to take this energy off of these people or something like that. You used to be able to roll with the punches, backhanded compliments, or whatever this is. It's like you brought the sunshine or the sunlight to other people's life, and now that you're not there, they're having to deal with their own personal darkness, and they can't rain on your parade in some way, shape, or form. A lot of you guys really deserve this period of self-love and isolation, because the connections that you were in, I just don't feel like we're pouring into you. Hey y'all, I don't think they was pouring into you. If anybody needs to book me, the list is open and clear. Hello, everyone. But it's like, I'm so happy for you guys that decided to do this self love, because it's like, as much as people try to pin you out to be the bad guy in some way, shape, or form, the fact that you have isolated and you're growing and you're happy and these people are still miserable just says a lot about how much light you brought into their life, or about how much happiness, how much weight your happiness actually does hold and or have. You really were the umbrella to other people's storms in some way, shape, or form, and it's no more. Like, you don't deserve to keep doing that. Okay, maybe you even have to go into hermit mode to ask yourself why. It says love that lasts. If the love isn't actually pouring into you the way that you need it to pour into you, you should be mindful about how long you are staying around, or how much time, effort, and energy you are dedicating to it if it isn't actually bringing you fulfillment here. With this growing together, you want to make sure that you guys are growing together and you're happy together and you're loving each other together. And this doesn't just have to be in a love connection, but this is all connections, ones that are actually progressive and add value to your life, rather than connections that only always take from you, take, and don't really give much. You don't want those connections to be around your whole life or to be lasting longer than what's necessary. you know the more connections you can have in your life that are based around equal reciprocity, the better your life will be, the better your experience will be. Reciprocity is a real thing, and if you understand that you have a high capacity of love, you deserve that back. Hey y'all, hello everyone. So let's see. Okay, it says caught. Whoever these people are that's sending you these spiritual attacks because you're not fixing their drama or fixing their karma are going to get caught up. Spiritual law could be of significance, or even, like the court system, or the real law could be of significance, because it just feel like somebody is over here loving themselves, minding their business, and then you have this other person over here sending somebody spiritual attacks and doing all this extra outside energy. Whoever these people are, who is these people? What is their beef with collective loving themselves? You really have to be mindful of somebody causing problems with you when you're taking time to dedicating time to loving yourself. Like, that is really a huge red flag when somebody doesn't want you to dedicate time to loving yourself and pouring back into your own cup. That's a very telling. Be mindful of that. Whew. It says 1111. Oh gosh. This could be a twin flame, somebody that you used to share a connection with, or somebody that you were supposed to grow together with, somebody that thought that they was going to be around forever, or maybe somebody that felt entitled to your love, entitled to your energy. They're realizing that the entitlement is no longer, they're realizing that they're maybe replaceable, okay, by real happiness and not fake and not fake happiness. Somebody just thought that they were going to be around simply because of familiarity, but it's not even a place of comfort or peace. It's truly a place of discomfort, spiritual attacks, gaslighting, all that negative energy. Why would somebody want to be around that all their life? Like, yes, this is totally the energy that I want to deal with for the rest of my life. No. Who wants to deal with that? Who wants to deal with that? Okay, all you would be doing is working yourself into an early grave. If I have to deal with this for the rest of my life, kill you now. Trigger warning, entertainment purposes only. No self harm. It says picture, reminiscing, missing you, feeling lonely, using substances to cope. You sound like my ex-wife. Jesus Christ. We have this pictures, you taking time to love yourself, pour into yourself, and things like that, really does have someone a little bit crashing out. You not dedicating all of your time, effort, and energy to them and their needs and wants, or maybe this connection and the upkeep and maintenance of it, is really having somebody crashing out. They don't know what to do without your energy. Without you, somebody really is lost. And I don't even think they might even resent you for that. And like, they could be lost in, like, if you were thought that you were lost in somebody else's love, I want you to know that they are equally lost in your love, but in a different way. In a completely different way. In a way like they literally need you because they don't know what the hell to do without you. Okay? Like, I really mean that. The Six of Cups is out here, like, I hope you guys can see, because it is bright where I am. Like, the sun is super bright, But this is like a man and his dog. Like somebody does not know what to do. They don't know what to do. The Six of Cups talks about nostalgic energy, genuine love connection out here. I can clearly see that the love is true. The love is genuine. I just don't know if there's enough structure here, if there is enough strong enough foundation for this love connection to continue into the future, especially based off of how it's currently going. If you genuinely love this person like you say, you would want them to love themselves. You would want them to take the time that they need to get back on their feet. If you love them, like you said, unless you guys have some type of outside obligations, maybe kids or something, where you guys do have to communicate with each other for the highest and greatest good of the kids, then that's a completely different conversation. I don't think these two people have kids together, so you guys will have to put yourself in your assigned seat. If you do have kids together, you might probably need to book a personal reading. But I don't think these people have kids together. The temperance is out here. Yeah, I think they are like, just two single people dating each other, or two, like they're in a relationship. Okay. um, I'm hearing I can't breathe. I can't breathe when you touch me. I suffocate when you're away from me. So much love you take from me. I'm going out of my mind. I hope I don't get blocked for that. But I feel like somebody cannot breathe. They don't really know what to do without you. But when they are around you, a part of them might take your energy for granted or something, or they feel entitled to your energy. And it's like they didn't know what the hell they really had, or they didn't know how much they really needed it until it just wasn't there. It's like toilet paper or soap or toothbrushes, or I don't know. It's like something essential, something that you need, that is essential to your well-being, that's always been there for you. And it's not until you realize, oh damn, I just sat on this toilet and I don't have no toilet paper. What am I going to do? It's just something essential. And I don't want to like compare you to toilet paper or anything like that. Totally in no comparison. But I'm just picking up on something that's essential. And sometimes you don't realize how much you really need it until you're put in a situation where you don't have it. Okay. So yes. Hey, hello everyone. We have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Page of Wands out here. You know, the Seven of Swords here with growing together is somebody got so comfortable here. You could have that type of love. You have that make yourself at home. Home is where the heart is type of love, and somebody just took advantage. They just, it's like a kid in a candy shop or something. They just went. I'm hearing young, wild, and free. They just ran free with this energy here. I'm hearing ran all over you in a hike to like use that. But that could be of significance for someone. But it's like somebody really plowed over this energy without any real thought about the repercussions. The Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. Like they really didn't understand the wear and tear that they were putting on the relationship or the connection, especially considering that they expected this to be around, or they expected to stay around for as long as they had, for as long as they had. So it's like, if you want this to last, you want to take care of it, tender loving care, you want to treat it well, things of that nature. But the way that they did this was like somebody that was completely completely new to the game, new to the ropes or something of that nature. They didn't have the knowledge. They didn't know what to do. They didn't even know, like I said, a candy at a candy shop. They don't even, all they see is all this candy. Even if they don't even like the candy that's in a shop, they're just excited to have variety or something like that. So it's like they didn't know how to act. They didn't know what to do. And this isn't to like shed any type of light on how this person acted or how they treated you, because home training is home training. There's no justifiable reason that we can give for why you acted a fool, besides they really just didn't know how to act no other way. They didn't. You know, the Eight of Pentacles is out here, and the Queen, oh my gosh. And the Queen of Pentacles is out here, heavy on the nurturing, heavy on whatever you need will be provided for you in some way, shape, or form. Like some of you guys have really, really good love, really, really potent love. And it's like whatever this person needed, you would do whatever you could to provide it for this person or make it so just make their life easier. You know, life, like really being their peace. I'm picking up like life is, I always say this, like life is already hard. The last thing I want is to be around somebody that makes life harder, and you just made this person's life easier, and they got used to you just making life easier and not realizing how you constantly having to do that for them and them not returning the favor kept you in lack or kept the connection imbalanced. And now that you have like pulled back your energy here, you started doing what you needed to do for yourself, you started loving on yourself, you know, you started prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first here. To be honest, I really want to say this person can't handle it. The Chariot, Cancer energy could be of significance, but somebody wants to come to you, they want to run to you. I'm hearing, who can I run to? Aries energy, Virgo energy could be of significance as well. Let me see. The Eight of Cups, like this person wants to come to where you are. They want to find you. Fix it, please. Fix me. Fix this. I don't know. Are you a fixer, Olivia Pope? Are you Olivia Pope or something? For whatever reason, this person just always thinks that they can come to you. Look at the Knight of Swords, right as I say that. They always believe that they can come to you to fix their problems. And in this particular situation, they're having to deal with their own problems. You know, you are preoccupied with self love, with healing. And this person is realizing that they don't have a clue for what to do. They don't have a clue to schedule. I'm picking up on some of you guys might have are like subscriptions, reoccurring subscriptions for maybe for essential things. You know, you might have some products delivered to your house. For those of you, this could be like food. I'm hearing utensils, but utilities and things of that nature, like essential products that you need for your home, clothing detergent, toothpaste, toilet paper, things like that. And it's like whatever energy that you had stored up for this person or taking care of for this person is running out, you know. So I'm picking up somebody keeps running out of milk or I swear it's like the things that make a home or the things that make an environment efficient and effective and living, like a living environment, but everything is already taken care of for you. All you really have to do is just be. And then somebody is realizing, like, oh my gosh, I have to take care of all these things. I have to take care of all of these damn things. Look at the Nine of Swords. Like, they're stressing about this. They're stressing about this. Okay. It's really the yeah, hold on. Can you guys hear me? Can somebody tell me if you guys can hear me? I got a call. Super sorry about that. Mom, are you done? No, I'm not. You want to get it's candy in my bag though. I hope everybody can hear me loud and clearly. But what I was saying is, ooh, it's the little things that you did for this person that they are realizing had the biggest impact on their life. We have the Ten of Cups here and we have the Six of Pentacles. You know, it's the little things that you did for this person that they really took for granted, okay, that they really overlooked. And I'm picking up I promise you it's the smallest things that's making like a huge tidal wave in this person's life. I'm picking up like literally somebody crying like on the crap like in the bathroom crying, like could be on the toilet. And I hate to like, I don't know, I'm just, that's what I'm seeing. So I'm just, it's relevant for somebody. But it's like it's the little things, you know. It amounts to a lot of energy that they didn't realize, you know, was being put out, was being pushed out from you. So can we tap into, you know, collectives self-love? You know, what are they, how's their self-love journey going? Because that's what I really want to tap into. how your self-love journey is going, considering that this person, like, you guys have separated, or there's just a bit of distance while you love yourself, while you heal yourself. How is that journey going? And are you thinking about this person too, or what? Okay, I see the world here. It is going, somebody is looking to align maybe with a higher dimension. Their goals, their dreams. Somebody is looking at things from a bigger perspective, or a bigger, like a shift in somebody's mindset is happening here. I feel like they're dreaming bigger. They're wanting they're wanting more. They're wanting to accomplish more. They're reaching for bigger goals, higher goals. Let's see. The Ten of Wands is out here. Wow. Wow. Somebody is reaching, wanting, looking, and realizing how much is blocking them, is stopping them, how small they have been playing. I see the Tower here. Somebody is not ready to connect. Somebody is not ready to get back on like talking terms with someone. I see the Empress and I see the Wheel of Fortune. Somebody is, I don't want to say they're feeling themselves, but they're really in a space and place in their life. I hope you guys can see because it's so freaking bright. Let me see. There you go. Somebody is really in a space and place in their life where they're not looking to like be distracted. They're not looking to change direction. It's like somebody realizes that they have been sleeping on themselves, or they haven't been working smart. They have just been working hard here. The Ten of Wands is a lot of energy, a lot of responsibilities that just isn't working. I'm seeing waiting to exhale when she just lit it all up in flames and walked away from it. The Five of Pentacles and the Six of Cups is here. The love that somebody was continuously giving and giving and giving and giving, it wasn't getting the connection anywhere, unfortunately, because somebody wasn't seeing how much work somebody was doing, which means somebody was continuously being taken for granted. Okay, and now that somebody is they finally have something to show for the work that they're putting in for themselves. They can it's seen, it's evident. It's evident in how they show up in the world. It's evident in how they view the world, because they're actually looking at it now. They're paying more attention to the world that surrounds them and the world that they want to be involved in. So it's just a completely different outlook. The King of Pentacles is out here. Somebody is wanting to restructure. I'm seeing something like something going from wood, to brick. Very sturdy, but something about something maybe being changed from like wood to brick, from wands to bricks. Okay, definitely more structure is what I'm hearing. Something about a better structure, depending on how it's built, But we have the Hangman and the Death card here. So the thing about this is, I don't know if this person is looking to rekindle with this person, or how much more time they're going to need, or how much more time they're going to want, to take to heal. Somebody is healing in their life right now, and it's kind of like the best time they've had in a while. When it comes to love, this self-love journey, this self-love chapter that they've been on, and they realize somebody has been stingy with their love, or they realize that somebody has not even been giving them, somebody isn't even seeing them, let alone giving back what they're putting in. But somebody isn't even seeing, like, you don't even see me. And now somebody can see somebody loud and clear. Somebody can see someone in 4K, 5K view. The Nine of Swords out here, this is back out here, and all they can do is think about, what happened here, or what's currently happening. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna see if this person, how do you feel? How does this person feel about this one that's missing them? The Five of Swords. They feel betrayed. They feel backstabbed. Like, you betrayed me. You literally stabbed me in the back. You literally took me for granted. You literally, like, there's so much bitterness surrounding the connection that they have with this person. How does this person feel about, how does this person that's healing that's going through this self-love period, how are they feeling about this one that's missing them so bad? The Ten of Cups is out here with the Five of Swords. They love this person. The love that they have for this person cannot be denied. They do love them, but they are so hurt. The Five of Swords, they feel betrayed. They feel, I keep hearing betrayed. But most importantly, they felt lonely. Okay, they felt like it was every man for themselves when they were supposed to be like in a committed relationship with someone here. They felt out in the cold, you know. They felt like they didn't matter here. So let's see. We have the Five of Wands. I see the Five of Swords and I see the Five of Wands here. And I see the Page of Cups. Somebody wants to stay in a committed relationship with this person, but when they come back, so much is going to change. Like, nothing is going to be the same. I'm not going to be the same. You're not going to be the same. Like, everything is going to be different here, and somebody is pretty adamant on making sure of that. Like, when I come back, no more of this is happening, no more of that is happening. I'm not doing this anymore. Or you're gonna, it's like, no, I am prioritized, the Two of Wands and the Hierophant and the Temperance. I am making myself a priority from here on out. And if you can't deal with that, or if you can't understand that, then I can't be in a connection with you. Me prioritizing myself more looks like, you know, whatever those terms and conditions might look like. The stars out here, I'll cover her body. Okay, but whatever those terms and conditions may be, it's kind of just giving. Yes, baby. It's kind of giving like it's not up for debate. Oh, this is sticky. To be given candy from kids, that's sticky. That's the best kind of candy, if you know. It's always like a touch and go type of thing. You got it? All right. But somebody is making their demands here. Somebody is wanting to, they do want to rekindle something here. They have been thinking about it for some time. But with that being said, somebody has demands that will be met. I do, it's like somebody is being made a priority. They're making themselves a priority in their life, and they're kind of giving somebody an ultimatum, like either you're going to see me and all of my glitz and glamour or glory, or you're just gonna leave me the hell alone. You're just gonna leave me alone, because I'm not going back to who I once was, or I'm not going back to who you want me to be. I am who I am. Okay. And if you can't appreciate that, so many cards just fell. And if you can't appreciate that and reciprocate that energy, no more. The Nine of Cups is out here. Somebody truly feels like, essentially they can do bad all by themselves here, and it takes two to tango. So if you're not going to do what's necessary for us to have a genuine love connection, I'm not going to keep fighting for this connection if it's not something that you want. Because if you wanted it, you would do what was necessary for us to have a genuine connection. I do want to tap into some true emotions really quickly, just a few cards for each person. Okay, so how does the person that's healing, the person that's on the self-love journey, how do they feel about this person right now? Please give me some true emotion. How do they feel about this person right now? We have Jezebel spirit. We have Jezebel spirit. Somebody could have like wandering eyes, or they could just be loose with their energy. Okay, and it says thug. Yeah. Okay, somebody could just be loose. Okay, anything walking kind of. Oh gosh, funeral. Okay, so that could be it. The end of this has to be ended. I'm not putting up with this anymore, or something like that. Somebody is laying down the law. Either you're going to lay this aspect of the connection or relationship to rest or down and see me or appreciate me or whatever, or I'm leaving. I'm not going to keep confining or refining or putting myself in a box essentially here. It says rejected. Oh, do you see the crystal my daughter just brought to me? This is Shungite. She just brought me some shungite. It's a shungite tower. Okay. Somebody means business. Put this back on the altar where you got it from. And stay from over there, girl. Okay. So how does the person feel? How does the person that's missing this person, the one that's over here crying on the toilet, how do they feel about this person that's going through this self-love, that's healing themselves? How is this person? It says Queen Bee, secure, confident, boss B, and career focused. Somebody, they can see that this person is an Empress energy. They can see this person now. It's like somebody coming around and making these demands. It's like, I know, and you're right, and you're absolutely correct. And it's like somebody, they don't, there's no protest here. Somebody was overlooking somebody. Somebody did not see somebody. Somebody was not appreciating somebody, and they can see them clear. If they didn't understand the role that somebody was playing before, they understand it now. They understand that somebody does not have to play a specific type of role. That it's purely they're doing it because they want to. They're doing it because they love somebody. Like somebody can literally do bad by themselves. So there is no reason why they would let you keep coming into their life and doing bad or treating them a certain type of way that they don't deserve here with this Jezebel energy. So it's like, no. Ugh. How do they feel about this person that's healing? Says no strings. So this person is saying, like, I understand I'm not doing this anymore, or that period of my life is cut off. I feel like somebody is finally ready to cut strings with the past, like with this energy, and be done with it. Like, I'm done, it's over. I'm not going back to that. No strings or no ties to the past here. It's supposed to be us together forever, so on and so forth. Okay, it says left hanging. They are okay. Somebody is in full. I'm hearing compliance. Somebody is in full cooperation here. Like, it's done, it's over. I'm not doing that anymore. I want to stay committed. I'm ready to get on. I'm ready to focus. I'm ready to focus on us. I'm hearing, can you focus on me, baby? Can you focus on me? I'm ready to focus on you. I'm ready to focus on us. Okay, bottom of the deck is wish. Somebody was wishing. They were wishing for this opportunity to come back around, that you would give them another chance. Self-love after going through this period. After going through this period of self-love and loving yourself, somebody was really wishing, like, I hope they don't love themselves so much that they stop loving me. I hope they don't love themselves so much that they cut me off or close me out. It says legal matters. It literally says divorce, criminal, child support, and traffic ticket, but heavy on divorce. And with this legal matters, I'm picking up maybe even spiritual as well. Like, I hope they haven't cut strings or cut ties or ended out our contract. I hope they haven't moved on. It says moving on, letting go, and loving you and free. This person was hoping and wishing to not be blocked. And now that you have given them the opportunity, I feel like somebody wants to step up. They want to initiate the energy or be initiated in some way, shape, or form into something higher, into something better, instead of this egotistical and low vibrational, energy here. I hope you guys can see. You have the spiritual gifts over here, and then you have this my way, selfish, stubborn, arrogant pride and ego here. So somebody is, hopefully they can stick, with this. Hopefully they can stick to this and not double back. Nobody changes overnight. It is a process, but I do hope that somebody can stay dedicated to this, and not lose the connection that they have here, because they wanted it. They claim to want to have a genuine connection here. Let's just hope that they can stay true to their word and really being able to appreciate the role that somebody plays in their life and do right by them because of that. You know, I hope this is giving you guys some clarity. Just a quick little 1-2, quick little reading. If you guys are looking to book a reading, the list is open and clear. I do offer same day. I love you guys so much. Thank you for sticking around and listening to the general collective of the day. Yeah. My link tree is down below for you guys to book a reading if anyone is looking to book. I offer audio, video, and pre-recordings. Okay. Emergency readings as well. Yeah, guys. That's all for today. I love you lots. Hopefully this helped or gave you the clarity, gave you some clarity or some insight on something that you have already been through, could be going through, or could sense happening in the future. You know, thank you for allowing me in your energy. I love you guys. Bye bye.